It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to Thursday Travel and Cruise Industry News. Got a big show here this morning. Got a special guest coming. Got a bunch of stuff to cover. First, we'll get a couple things out of the way. Today is Veterans Day. Again, to all of you who have served this country in any way, shape, or form, we honor you today. Enjoy your day. And if any of you are out and about today and you see a veteran, go buy him a beer or a Diet Coke or a cup of coffee. Just do something nice for veterans. All right, ships sailing today from U.S. ports. Not a real busy day, but in Port Canaveral, we got Disney Fantasy on a 3-nighter, MSC Divina on a 3-nighter, and also a 10-nighter. Mariner of the Seas on a 5-nighter. Down in West Palm, we got the little cruise line that can, the Grand Classica on a 2-nighter. From Fort Lauderdale, the Celebrity Millennium on a 4-nighter. Down in Miami, Carnival Sunrise on a 4-nighter. And New Orleans, we've got the Carnival Valor sailing on a 4-nighter. So, in the news today, the headlines, which we'll get to a little later, a Bravo code on Jewel of the Seas last night. It's over. It's not anything dangerous or anything bad. Carnival canceled some Hawaii cruises. Grand Cayman still a no-go. Carnival Spirit gets a new paint job. Some Norwegian sweet deals and a whole lot more this morning. And of course, today is a kind of a special day for us as Elizabeth on location is going to be leaving us, at least leaving Cozumel. She's not going to be leaving us, but she is on her way later on today to her new ship, the P&O Iona. So she's flying out of Cozumel this afternoon. And of course, Elizabeth, we love everything you've done for us and for this channel. And, I'll say what people have said to me at times in the past. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back and the sunshine warmly on your face. Happy travels to Elizabeth on location. Now, instead of doing a port today, a port quiz, this is the Elizabeth's favorite picture out of her kitchen window of a sunset there in Cozumel. So we'll just honor Elizabeth today with that instead of doing our usual quiz. Okay. With no further ado, I got a special guest today, our buddy Cameron from out there on the West Coast. And this is a little bit different today than, she talked about Alaska cruise last time. Something a little different. So, Kim, welcome back to Chillie Chats. You just recently went on a train trip, land travel. I fell in love with the picture, so tell us about it.
Yeah. I cruise a lot, so I forget about the U.S. and the land and what we can see. And had an opportunity to go on the Rocky Mountaineer train ride from Moab, Utah to Denver, Colorado. I did go in 2 nights early and went on an excursion to the Arches National Park. I had a choice of 2 different types of excursions, and I decided not to do the one that said extreme and go with something I still got extreme, even though they didn't have the name in it, but it was amazing. It was 5 hours going around the Arches National Park. We climbed rocks in the vehicle, and it was just, it was breathtaking. I'm really sad that I hadn't been here sooner. I don't know if this might be from the train ride. That's the Rocky, the Arches. So, beautiful country. If you ever get a chance to go out there, I'm planning on going back. There's a couple more parks that I want to check out.
Well, I just fell in love with the photography from this trip,
Thanks.
and I just literally, folks, I just grabbed a few.
Yeah.
There are lots more, and there, of course, is Kim
I
with
know.
the
I
little
took
selfie.
so many pictures. I tried to limit them on Facebook, but it was really hard. So, yeah, it was amazing.
All right, so tell us, oh, man, this scenery is just, yeah,
Yeah, and we
was
had
it? Oh, it's just
absolutely
awesome.
gorgeous weather. We couldn't have asked for better weather. It was probably between 65 and 70 degrees and blue skies, sun shining all the way through the trip from Moab into Denver. Um,
All right, now tell us a little bit about the train because
the Rocky
I don't
Mountain.
ever get on trains or haven't
You
for
know,
years.
I take a train, the Amtrak up to Seattle, but that's about it. This is the Rocky Mountaineer, and this is the car that I was in. Well, no, this isn't my car. This must have been someone else's picture. But they have all the glass um, for you to be able to see. So it's like, I mean, it's almost all glass except for a strip at the very top.
Yeah.
And so the views that you can see from it are just every seat is perfect. So we started in Moab, and so we went past the Arches National Park, and it was a slow-moving train. So all our luggage was on a bus that was taken to our first stop, and they got there hours before we did, and we were on the train and they were driving. But I can't explain it. Rocky Mountaineer is the train that does the Canadian Rocky train ride across the Rockies, and they decided to break into the US, and so this is the beginning. I understand they'll probably be extending it and offering more down the road. But this was a 2-day, and when you do the tour with them, it pays for the hotel the night before. There's a hotel between the 2 days of train riding, and then the hotel afterwards. And we stayed. Oh my word! I went blank on the name of the city that we stayed in. But we had hot springs pool that we could hang out in at night after a train ride. And so, yeah, I don't, it's really hard to explain. Hopefully the pictures will show you, because it was breathtaking. It was absolutely breathtaking.
Now, another thing that I noticed, there's obviously a little adult beverages involved,
Yes,
but
yes.
that's
And it was unlimited. You could have whatever you wanted. I mean, they didn't have a huge selection, but they had enough. We had a chef on board that provided us with our meals, and it was really good food. So, yeah.
that one was venison and elk sausage or something weird.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Oh,
I believe it was venison and elk sausage.
huh.
So,
Huh. Yeah.
but yeah, the food looked just. I mean, looks just as good as we get on the cruise ships.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. No buffet, but it was served. The seats were very spacious, and even with our tables down, we could get up and down from our seats without any problem. So lots
all
of
right, so
room.
you flew into Denver, and then it all started from Denver.
No, I flew
No,
into Moab.
you flew into Moab. Okay.
And I stayed 2 nights in Moab, so that I could do the excursion to the Arches National Park. And then the next day got on the train and did the train ride to Denver.
Okay. Okay. So then you flew home from Denver.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. I know it's going to vary, but is it an expensive proposition? I mean, we're used to spending, from $100 to $200 a day on it, depending on our cabins and
Right.
cruise ships.
Well, this is a little bit different, and the price is a little bit higher because you're basically looking at 3 days 2 to 3 days. And I think that the prices start around 1,500 a person.
Okay.
But that includes the 3 nights of hotels. And it was a nice hotel. When I got into my hotel, my luggage was waiting for me at our midway point. So,
well, that's just terrific.
yeah.
Well, it's, Kim, I can't thank you enough for spending a little time with us today, giving us a little different form of travel. Now, you are in the Expedia family umbrella. Is that correct?
Expedia Cruise. I'm an Expedia Cruise consultant, so I can do land packages, but I do cruises as well. So, yeah, so I can book the Rocky Mountaineer for someone and take care of them and do do all the package deal. So,
all right, well, you guys just get in touch with Kim, and I tell you, if you want for an absolute joy, find her on Facebook. And just go skimming through her page to some of the most gorgeous scenery you'll ever see. It's just fabulous.
Yeah.
All right, Kim, I thank you for doing this for us again.
Well, I just one thing I want to say, and it was kind of an eye opener for me, is I've been traveling, cruising, going all over the world, but dang, we got a lot of beautiful stuff right here in the U.S. And you forget about that. And this was an eye opener for me, and made me realize that I need to do a little more traveling around the U.S. as well.
Well said, and I completely agree with you.
Yeah. So,
all right, Kim, I got to get to some news.
Okay, it was good chatting
we'll
with
see you next time. Thanks a bunch.
Bye.
All right, that's Kim Cameron. Of course, she's out there on the West Coast with Expedia Cruises. Okay, now let's get to some news here, folks. The first thing was a little bit of a problem we had yesterday on Vision of the Seas. The Vision of the Seas was actually en route transatlantic when the Bravo code was sounded. The ship was sailing across the Atlantic Ocean to Miami, where it's scheduled to arrive on the 14th. The vessel is in the middle of the Atlantic, which is the worst place to have an emergency situation. One source on board said that everybody had donned life jackets and that the atmosphere was really tense. There was apparently some water flooding on deck 1 in the front section of the vessel, which caused some kind of a chemical reaction followed by thick smoke. Therefore, they used the Bravo code, which normally the Bravo code, I believe, is for fire, but this was more smoke than anything. A portside launching team was called at an emergency stations in order to prepare for launching of the lifeboats. The launching team had been called to Lifeboat 14. Everybody is on standby for a while, and then the captain made the announcement that the situation was under control. As far as we know, there was no injured crew members on it, but it was just a little bit of a scary situation for Jewel of the Seas yesterday. So, all right, Carnival Cruise Line informed booked guests that a Carnival Miracle scheduled sailing to Hawaii from Long Beach has been canceled. This happens because no cruise ships have yet been allowed to begin guest operations on the islands now until 2022. Even though Carnival ships are gradually returning to service, it remains very complex and not all ports are yet fully capable to cater to cruise ships. That includes Hawaii, which is not yet ready to welcome Carnival Miracle's Carnival Journeys sailing that departs from Long Beach on November 28th. It was supposed to depart, and that's now been canceled, the 28th sailing. The vessel was originally scheduled to sail a 14-day Carnival Journeys cruise from Long Beach. A Spirit-class ship was set to first call in Honolulu on December 3rd, along with calls to Kahului, Hilo, Kona, and then finally Ensenada before returning to Long Beach on December the 12th. I have not gotten anything as far as replacement goes for that cruise ship. I'll let you know when I know that. It was not posted as of a little while ago. Despite the cruise line agreeing to all necessary protocols, Hawaii is still not welcoming back cruise ships yet for guest operations. All right. Grand Cayman. This is Grand Cayman. This is getting to be a real sore issue. With caution at the forefront, the Cayman Islands have shifted the date for the phased border reopening plan in a move that could impact the return of cruise ship to this popular Caribbean port. This is due to uncertain COVID-19 numbers on vessels, the spread of the Delta variant, a breakthrough cases among vaccinated passengers, as well as the return of community spreads on the islands. According to Cayman News Service, increased community transmission of COVID-19, including rising breakthrough cases on cruise ship, has caused the border reopening plan to be slightly delayed, with Phase 4 beginning November 20th, but dates for Phase 5 and Phase 6, which are the ones that affect the cruise ship, are not yet announced. So there is no announcement for a date that they're targeting. Phase 4 includes a lifting of quarantine restrictions for vaccinated travelers from country with a minimum 60% vaccination rate, but nothing new on when they're going to let ships in. So the Caymans are still shut down and apparently will remain shut down well into next year. So, all right. Carnival Cruise Line continues to roll out its new paint jobs. The latest to get the paint, whoops, I don't have a picture of it. The latest to get the paint job is the Carnival Spirit, which has completed its dry dock in Dubai. Carnival now has 9 ships that have the new paint job. So we'll let you know when more happens on that one. All right, now this was kind of pretty cool, folks. If you guys don't have anything booked yet with Norwegian, maybe you want to consider that. Norwegian Cruise Line's newest deals will offer up to $4,200 in savings on your next cruise. Cruises included in this deal run through the summer of 2024 as the cruise line launches deals early as we head to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Norwegian Cruise Line's greatest deal ever includes the following: 70% off a second guest in a stateroom, free drink packages, free specialty dining, free shore excursions, free Wi-Fi, free extra guests in the stateroom, free airfare for a second guest, includes a $250 cruise first certificate, and this is all deals starting November 16th. So, Norwegian got some good stuff they're passing out now. So, you might want to look into that, folks. Wait till the 16th and jump all over a Norwegian cruise, because that's got a lot of freebies involved. All right. Let's go see who's fussing at me today. If anybody's in the chat room. Hot Air Tom's with us. Cindy's with us. Hey, Cindy. Amy's here. Jason, Pittsburgh Jason. Hello, Fat Travel Guy and Gang. Yeah, that was Tom Henry says, Tom Henry says, good morning, Chillie's Cruises and Gank. That was supposed to be gang, but anyway, Fat Travel Guy and Gank. I like it. Sonny's with us. Hey, Sonny. Jason says, I'd like to take a train from Pittsburgh to New York, then cruise to Bermuda. Need to figure out which ship, though. Well, the train station is right next to the Manhattan cruise station. So, yeah, that can be done. That can be done. Hot Air Tom says Horseshoe Curve is nice. Kenneth's with us. Kenneth's up in Pennsylvania. I'm taking the Carnival Magic in September to Bermuda. It's a 6-day cruise, and you're in Bermuda for 3 days, returning back to New York City. There you go. There you go, Mr. Jason. Carnival Magic. Yeah, that's a Carnival ship too, Jason. One you haven't been on. Of course, Hot Air Tom says it's got to be Norwegian Jim. That's the Norwegian Jim selling out of New York now. Nikki's with us. Good morning from Jacksonville, 72 degrees. Jason says, Hot Air Tom or anyone else that's been to Bonaire, what should I do trying to plan this cruise? Bonaire. What did I do in Bonaire? I went to see the donkeys, I think. If I remember correctly. Cindy says, I was on Jewel about 10 years ago. Nice ship. Sad to hear about their difficulties. Yeah, and I did. Apparently, it was all taken care of. There seems to be no permanent damage to the vessel. It didn't slow them down any. They're back to, where they're supposed to be. It was just a little blip on the radar, I guess. Kenneth says, do the golf carts, you get to see the whole, do the golf carts and you get to see the whole island. Ah, there you go. Amy says, I hope Hawaii is open to cruise ships by early January. That's when my Carnival Miracle cruise to Hawaii is set to go. Yeah, that's the next one in the books. It's the one you're going to be on, Amy. Who knows? I hope so, too. Jason says, I respect Royal Caribbean for not scrapping their old ships like Carnival did. Some of the Royal Caribbean ships, like the older, smaller ones, I really like myself. Sonny says there's some YouTube videos on Bonaire. Golf carts would be fun. Thanks for the advice. I'll definitely check out the golf carts. Jason says, will you ever set foot on the Cayman Islands? I'm wondering about that myself. Of course, Jason is also referring to my chickening out on a tender in at the Grand Cayman. And I wrote it in, and it was enough rocking and stuff and movement on back and forth that I said, nah, I'm not getting off this boat. I'm staying right where I am and going right back to this ship. And that's what I did. So I never actually stepped foot on Grand Cayman. So there's Elizabeth. Elizabeth with us. Anyone traveling into the UK, be forewarned, the passenger locator form is a major cluster. You know what? I spent over 6 hours already this morning before it was accepted. Wow. That's a bummer. And by the way, I have not heard anything different from John, but he is able to get his meals and stuff now. At least the last I heard. But that's a strange situation in Europe with that QR code. Because he was not able to get it when he first got there. So, yeah, Jason says NCL's going to go bankrupt on that deal. Man, I tell you what, that seems amazing to me. Hot Air says, don't believe the NCL deals. It was 35% on both, so 70% on the second is exactly the same price if the base price doesn't change. So it's more marketing strategy than actual dollars. Elizabeth says, hope I can get on my flight today. Yeah, hope so too. Bye and hello to everyone. Elizabeth, we love you to death. I go get on that boat. Yeah, we'll be thinking about you. Hot Air says they've added 2024 cruises. Looking at the February 14th Jade cruise on and the September transatlantic on Escape, 15 or 16 days, going to see if the cruise next stop has any better offers next week when he's on the gym. Yeah, I'd be interested to know on that one as well. Hot Air. Cindy says NCL prices are really high. Looking at Celebrity now for a girls' cruise. Girls like when the drinks are included. Yeah, well, I can understand that. One of the funniest things I've ever seen was I did a JJ Crew live stream last night. I was in the audience. I didn't do it. I was in the audience, and two rather inebriated ladies tried to put the moves on Jared, and of course they're gay, and so they were barking up the wrong tree. But it was fun. It was on live. It was right on live on their stream, so it was hysterical. I love them to death. They're two great guys. I'm looking forward. By the way, I am booked on the Vloggers Cruise January 29th of 2024 out of New Orleans. So I'm going to be rubbing shoulders with a lot of the big hitters for that week. That's on the Norwegian breakaway, by the way. So Kenneth says, hey, Chillie morning. Do you have any cruise planned with Norwegian for 2023? We have to book something. Let's get the whole gang to go. In 2023, no, I don't. But yeah, other than the did I say 2024 on the Vloggers cruise is 2023, January 2023. What am I saying? A year from now. But no, yeah, we can. I'll see what I can put together. Hot Air Tom says, my cousin goes to Bonaire, frequently loved the beaches in Bonaire. Sonny says the Hawaii cruise looks nice, Amy. Anyone ever sell on Celebrity Summit? I have not. But the celebrities, that's one of their, it's not older ship, but it's been around a while. But the Summit's got some nice deals on it. I've looked at that myself. Hot Air says Chillie's Cruises. You didn't mention the NCL news. Yeah, I meant to say that first thing, Tom. There is nothing out there. The Encore was canceled. Out of the schedule was off. Waiting in line to pass through the Panama Canal. It's a huge ship, and the ship won't go. Apparently, there's nothing on it. There's no rhyme or reason on what's going on with Encore that I could find. So it looks like you've even got more information than I have. I didn't know it couldn't get in through itself. They got to know those kind of things. Sonny says, good luck to Elizabeth. You're not going American Airlines, are you? My sister's flight to Italy was canceled by American Airlines. Well, that stinks. We need NCL News with Hot Air Tom. I would watch that channel. Yes, I would too. He brings it with us. Hey, there's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. How you doing? Trying to get a solo balcony on Apex. Not easy. They only have 16. Wow. Amy says, I'm flying to France on Monday for a week river cruise. That's awesome. That's awesome. Of course, you know, you have to keep us informed. Elizabeth says, yep, traveling American Airlines. Hot air Sam, marine traffic there is huge backlog of ships waiting to go through the canal. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today, folks. Where's Elizabeth? I mean, not Elizabeth. I know where Elizabeth. Where's Emily today? We haven't heard from Emily. That's strange. She must be out walking dogs. Again, I'm going to leave you guys with Elizabeth's favorite view out her kitchen window of Cozumel, and hopefully she will successfully get on a plane today and head off to a new chapter in her life. And we wish her all the best. Elizabeth, we'll look forward to hearing from you very soon. That's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow for Friday Travel and Cruise Industry News. You guys have a fabulous day. Stay safe, stay healthy, have fun, book cruises, get ready to go. I'll see everybody tomorrow. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.